Welcome to the last class together before the trip. We are so excited that you have made it this far, being dedicated to preparing for a successful trip to visit the Ministry of World Renewal Brazil. Please keep in mind our mission statement for World Renewal Brazil: reaching the lost and maturing believers in Northeast Brazil through the planting of local churches. This is our most important class as we focus on prayer and praying. I encourage you to take time to prepare yourself spiritually for this class and take your role as a prayer warrior seriously. Your partnership with Brazil is a serious one. Once you come and serve with us, you are responsible for what you see, learn, and know. Just as our lives will never be the same, neither will yours. Thank you for taking this big step, and I cannot wait to meet and chat with you in person.
So no matter where you are going in Brazil, no matter what you are doing or what your objectives are, you will be joining us in prayer wherever you go. We call it prayer walking. It might just be praying as you walk through Carpina to get out in evening snacks. It might be concentrating, going to a specific area, going door to door, praying as we minister and outreach in a specific community. Whatever it is, work to incorporate prayer into all that you do during this trip. Che gives a simple definition of prayer walking as praying on site with insight. We as a World Renewal Brazil team, we will work to make sure you have a basic understanding of the community that you are going into. Maybe it's even just that morning before you leave, but getting to know. So as you get there and as you are walking, you can include things that you see, the people, the houses, maybe a lack of something, maybe the beauty, maybe the trash, in the prayers that you are praying. As you pray, remember that the focus is hope that this community has in Christ. It may look a lot different from what you think it should look like, but they still have that same hope that you do. So please take out this piece of paper that explains a little bit of what ABCD is. It's the basic attitude is, again, one of hope. It's coming from a place of hope instead of thinking, oh, I'm the victim, this is so sad, oh, these poor people, they don't have anything. One can only work with what you have, and so look at what is present in the community and begin with that. It's consumer to citizen. So instead of just being, oh, it's about what I can get to consume, it's about what I can receive, what I can get out of this community, but it's a citizen. How can I be a part? How can I give back? How can I make a difference and create something even bigger? Stepping down. Our job is to help the community realize its true worth. It's seeing the vision that God has for the community, for them, and until they can see it for themselves. Community organizing, working together to create the things that are needed that with the assets that they have. And then vision, breaking the poverty cycle. Sometimes it takes someone who's a little bit outside to have a vision and pass that vision on to break the cycle of poverty and see different solutions. And then at the bottom it says the ultimate solution, a relationship with Jesus and inclusion in a faith community. So that is what our goals are. So take about 5 minutes as a team and discuss some of these questions. What is the purpose of a prayer walk? How is a prayer walk different than my personal devotional prayer time? And why is prayer walking important? So if everyone could please turn to 1 Timothy 2, 1 through 7. This gives you a basic outline of what should you be praying for during a prayer walk. So discuss this for about 3 to 5 minutes. What are those things that you want to cover in prayer when you do this prayer walk? Please turn to Ephesians 6, 10 to 19. You might know this, the armor of God, and discuss spiritual warfare as a group. Take about 5 to 7 minutes. Lastly, if you could turn to Acts chapter 17, verses 16 to 22. This is a biblical example of prayer walking. So this is what it looked like when it happened in the Bible. And what observations did Paul make, and how did he learn about Athens? That was a new place to him. He walked through it. Take about 3 to 5 minutes to discuss this. So team leader, at this time, if you could please lead the group in either a prayer walk through a local neighborhood or prayer walking through a map of Brazil. You can take a look at the guidelines for prayer walking. It has some suggestions as you practice this. You have about 15 to 20 minutes. So after your prayer walk, there's a reflections of prayer walking exercise. Has a couple of questions. What new lessons have you learned about intercession? What did you discover new about your location during this prayer walk? What did this prayer walk teach you about praying in cooperation? What did you discern about the opposition while prayer walking? And how was God glorified during your prayer walk? Take some time to talk about this together and to personally evaluate this. We are so excited for the different prayer walks that you will be able to take in Brazil. And another important part of your team trip is your devotions. So this is between your team and your team leader. The team leader is in charge of putting them together, setting up a time and a place to regularly meet to have those devotions together as a team. At this time, team leader, if you could please share your vision for the devotional time together in Brazil. So please take out your packing list and review the video about the Brazilian culture at this time. So knowing that as you pack, taking into consideration some of the things for what style of clothing you might bring at this time. If you have specific questions, we know that those always come up, especially around packing time. Please know that you can have a Skype call with any of us at any time with your team leader. We can answer those questions so that you do feel prepared. Team leader, take about 5 minutes to read through the list and answer all the questions that you can. So as you close your meeting with prayer, your devotional homework this week is making sure that you get in contact with your prayer base. Here's the handout. And making sure you have a prayer base. There's the prayer warriors, names, addresses, emails, and phone number. Making sure that you know how to get in contact with these people, you have gotten in contact with these people. Remembering that to go, you must be sent, and that is about the people who stay behind and are supporting you. Thank you for your dedication in preparing for a successful trip. Please watch the Portuguese lesson class 5 with Cade Ferguson.